And then after I had the accident, and I was in the military too, so drug tests, I was always worried about that too. So I was just in the reserves, nothing weekend thing, but going through school and all that fun stuff, right? And then after, pain pills and stuff through the accident, that was the first time I ever tried pain pills. Ever having to take pain. I was like in a coma for like a month, so I was on a bunch of different stuff. Like morphine was the main thing, and then I take like morphine like on a pump for a while, and then I took like the oxycodone like pills every day, like when I was in like rehab and stuff, and you just got like used to it, but it's crazy to think about like the strength of it, And then I didn't really want to take them. And then you try to you try to quit, and you get like.
Did you feel like you needed to take it for the pain, or
no?
Just the feeling.
Well, not like a high pain that never bothered me that much, Kind of used to it, I guess. So you just kind of like become accustomed to it. But if I don't take something, it bothers me, like anger, like like frustration, just just you feel it, but you don't like notice it, right? Mm-hmm. Then you can tell. So I tried to stop a couple of times, and it got like I could notice it. I was like, it was rough. So I started using cannabis products. I didn't have to do that anymore. So I like.
And then when did you decide to be like, I want to do this?
It was probably it was pretty quick. It was probably I had the wreck in March, and then it was like November, December time. It was like 6 months. Not too bad.
Damn. Was it water in there?
Yeah, oh yeah. So what? I mean, it's just like it wasn't a crazy story, I guess, huh?
No, it is.
But I feel like it's a story that people like. I see it out there, People that can't get from it.
No, dude. It adds to. At the end of the day, it happened. I wouldn't exploit it.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't exploit it, but it does add to the authenticity of why you got into this business.
Yeah.
A lot of people get into it for the money.
Yeah.
I got into it because I've always liked cannabis business.
Yeah.
Of course, I looked at the margins. Man, I can get a pound of this and sell it for that.
Oh yeah.
But once I got in it, I was like, man, when that lady looked at me with cancer and was dying, never smoked in her life, and looked at me like, honey, I'm dying, I'll try. I was like,
yeah, man.
It's a very rewarding industry because it's pain management at the end of the day.
No, for sure.
Pain management.
Yeah, the amount of story. I mean, it's
mental or physical.
Yeah.
No, it definitely adds to the authenticity of it. Yeah.
That was just started like like using, right? And then it was probably within like a year and a half later or so. I started trying like 6 months, a year later. I started trying way more CBD products because it was available. You could get it.
So you didn't start off with.
I started off with just smoking like flowers, like regular marijuana. So.
And did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I mean it was like just the first introduction in years, and I did enjoy it, and that was the start of just like seeing what it had to offer. So then occasionally smoked, at least daily, and
but you were getting those pain pills, but you had to still illegally in a way get that marijuana.
Exactly. Oh yeah. So there's a whole legality issue with all that.
You're like going through this pain and you just want
to
smoke this herb.
Oh yeah. It can be difficult. I mean, it's one of those things that it's not easily accessible everywhere all the time unless you know somebody sometimes. So it's like
there's this girl and her mom came into my shop last year, and I know the guy, because he was the manager at the grocery store. He got cancer, like stage 4. They got to go to the West Side Domino's to get his pot from like the hood.
Yeah.
You know, and like, or they did, and it's just ridiculous, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
I met a lot of people like, so people I never would have thought smoked, and they're like, this is like throughout the years, right? The people I never would have ever thought smoked, like parents of friends I went to school with and stuff. They never would have thought in a million years they smoked, and they're like, somebody reached out to them through somebody I knew, and like made a connection about like getting some flowers. And it's, there's so many people out there that are hidden about it too. And there's so many people out there that can help that are scared about it because they see the people that are hidden about it. So it's like, I don't know.
There was 3 products that you could go on like major, like what would they be?
3 products?
Like your main 3.
For an oil, that relief oil that we make, it'd be a big one to go with.
Like I'm a new customer.
New customer. Let's see.
I want 3 products.
So there's so many different products in each category. First, like to narrow it down to like which type of way you want. If you want something like an oil that you take every day, only whenever you need it, type thing under the tongue, or if you want something like flower or vape for an immediate effect, or if you want something like a lotion or edible. So there's so many different little categories to break it down to. Usually we'll asking people, like if somebody wanted an oil, we recommend this one, right? So we've got like our select top 3 that we'll go through, and they each different, like they're very different between what they want it for like the anxiety relief, or so we do a sleep and a stress relief blend, and they're both, dosed out to be what we think is like the best cannabinoid ratio to be effective for that. Sativa or indica. Higher in CBN, higher in CBG, stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of technical stuff that nobody would even like. You talk to people online about stuff that that's in the industry, and they don't even understand. So there's a lot that goes into like what makes it better.
I love it, dude. Listen.
There's just so much that goes into each one, but you got to break it down. Like there's so many. Because if people want something quick, on the go, certain doses as they need it, you'd recommend honey sticks. Honey sticks are a great way just to get like a 50 milligram dose of something that's super effective in honey. It tastes good. On the go, you can add it to a drink. If you wanted something where you take it every day, you need a bottle. So you'll have to get what would be the equivalent of 30 honey sticks, but in one bottle that you can just take it under the tongue. Some people like to come in every week. Some people like to come in every month. So what they get is usually different. But usually they'll get, if they get an oil, we might as well like you can get like 2-pack of cookie for $10 and get like a cookie of the week type thing.